Testing. 1, 2, 3. My name is Eric.
Yeah, what you said at first is the best part of theater is knowing that the audience is there to see you. And I think what is scary for me as an actor on stage is I know that that audience member has come to the theater not to see me, but see what I'm doing and what everyone else is doing. And I think that also is the best thing about theater, but it also is the scariest thing, because if you're doing something on stage and you're not connecting with the audience, and you know you're not connecting with the audience, and they're not connecting with you, then it becomes scary. And then it's no longer you want them there, you want them to leave as fast as they can so that it becomes pleasurable once again.
I first met Eric when he came over to audition for a play. Just on I think it was on a bet with one of his fraternity brothers, and he got a small role in Prelude to a Kiss, I believe it was. That was the first time I saw him on stage. And then after that, he got bitten by the bug, and he really committed himself to it. And he basically spent the last two and a half years of his career over here in the theater department.
Here's a gentleman who came to K-State, wasn't necessarily a theater major, as I understand it, found his passion here, and he excelled. And he's done it in a great way. To see him on TV in his own show was incredibly exciting. But I tell you what, listening to my wife screaming at the top of her lungs from the basement when I was upstairs 3 floors away to say, "A K-Stater just won an Emmy! A K-Stater just won an Emmy!" was absolutely overjoyed.
One of the roles he did for me, which is a picture I have on my wall, was in Arthur Miller's All My Son. It's a very, very serious, deep play. And he played the lead, Joe Keller, and he's an excellent, serious actor, even though everyone knows him from comedy. And then he played Sir Toby Belch in my production of Twelfth Night Shakespeare. So I had him in 2 very heavy-duty kinds of theatrical experiences, and he was just brilliant in both of them.
These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And if they be not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
You could tell from the beginning that he had an amazing talent and comic timing, and also incredible dramatic work. We were so happy to have him over here. He was such a good spirit around all the other students. He was always funny, and yet he took his work very seriously.
Eric had a phenomenal way of being in character all the time. We have him painted in purple from head to toe, and Eric is a big guy. And he was kind of a Waldo character, like Where's Waldo, in our recruiting video. And he was in Aggieville, he was in the student union, so he was always just a lot of fun to be around. And also a consummate professional. It made everyone's work exceptionally easy.
I had him in a class called Professional Development, which sort of takes you the transition from educational theater to professional theater. And every week he came in with a new monologue, or working on a monologue that he made better and better and better. And you could just see that, you know, he was ready to go out there, and he wanted to do everything he could here while he was here to prepare for that.
I'm in business. A man is in business. 120 cracked? You're out of business.
We have a lot of talent in this program, and I would say over the last 10 to 12 years, we have tripled or quadrupled the number of students that have actually gone out and started working professionally in the industry, either as actors, directors, designers, stage managers, professional internships all over the country. Once they get our students, they say, give us more. They love the work ethic, they love the knowledge that they come with, and then they do really, really well when they leave there. So they want them back. And so they make us proud, and hopefully we make them proud by giving them the right training that they need.
K-State is all about our product, what students do after they leave our university. We're not an input school, we're an output school. And the fact that he was able to find his voice, to find his passion here, means a great deal to every K-Stater. And that's why we're so happy for him to be so successful.
Right. So pick the best university in America, Kansas State. Right, guys?
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah.